Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing another video today. I don't know if this is going to be my final video or what, because I've been doing a lot more regular videos actually, so I'm feeling like I can do more now. I just feel like I'm in the mood to do videos more now. I don't give a shit, I'm just going to say what I do, and I guess I don't know what happened for a while there with my writer's block or whatever. I don't write these videos, by the way. But like I said in the previous video, I'm going to probably do more high budgets, or not high budget. It's not a budget. It's gross. There's some kind of stain on here. I think it's from, never mind. That's terrible. I don't want to get arrested for that. So, they've been missing for several months, but I'm just kidding. It's from like after a shower, my hair on there. I don't know how it got so dark though. I'm probably gonna have to fix that. This is a used couch I got from Goodwill for like $30, so it probably looks shitty, but whatever. Maybe I will get it like professionally cleaned. Kind of gross. So anyways, why am I talking about that stuff? Totally irrelevant. This video is about the current, still ever evolving, confusing regime when it comes to the you-know-what virus of unknown origin. And it's just current frustrations about it. I'm just gonna do this video because I'm still like confused about a lot of what's going on with it, because it's so, if you thought like 2021 was random with this, then you're in for something now, because it's like, for example, I saw Prague Power USA. They have you have to get the shot or get a test within 48 hours to enter. And I'm just like, but I just went to this club yesterday. I'm not going to say what it was. It was sort of a multi performer event. Just go in there perfectly fine, normal, right? I'm just, and there's places like martial arts, like one place I used to go to, we're still wearing masks. And then I'm like, this other place is like, oh, masks are optional, which I'm actually going to go to that place for sure, because they also had a little bit of spiel on their website about the shot too, which it seemed very open-minded to the idea, at least, of people making their own decisions for themselves. I'm sorry if people are offended by that, like Alexander Twat, he might be offended, but whatever, it is what it is. That's my belief about this. Now, it doesn't mean you're smart if you make certain decisions. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're free to make your own decisions. At this point in the crisis, it's pretty much a given that is your choice, because obviously the spreading of certain things is not stopped by certain things ingested, period. We know that 40% of people who died had the V from the CV. There's an article in Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, look it up. There's other articles, I'm sure Reuters talked about this. So we know that it does not stop the spread, nor, it probably reduces certain things, obviously, maybe, but, or, if you believe the other narrative that there's a lot of these weird numbers out there, I don't know what to say. I'm not an expert on that. So I'm just saying that it's really confusing. It's really, like I said, until when is the question? Until what is the guidepost that we're going by when this shit will end? Because it's not necessarily interrupting my everyday life like it was before, but it's still a hassle, because I don't know. Because I don't know if a place will have some type of stupid fucking mandate or not. Obviously, it's not the town that has a mandate, but these little places like, oh, you can't go to this show because you don't have the 5th booster, shit like that. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. There's not any shows that say that, by the way. That particular thing. That's just a joke. It's an exaggeration. So I don't know. I don't know when this is going to end. That's the question. When are they going to end? And that leads me to another question about this whole thing. people that are still wearing masks now, when do they get to take them off? When are they going to take them off? I mean, I acknowledge that certain people probably never will take off the mask because they're just so primed into that mentality now that they never will. And there's certain people, that will never take it off. There's certain people that will, Joe Biden says take off the mask. Why aren't you taking off the mask? We worship Joe Biden. He's such a great president. Look at the inflation. Never mind. I'm just being an asshole. Being truthful too, though. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I don't know when it's going to end. We're going on 3 years here. Am I to expect that, for one, we're going to be like, okay, whatever happens in the fall, I don't know what's going to happen, right? Because the fall is really going to be the key with a lot of this stuff. Obviously, we have convoys, we have protesters, we have places that are just saying, fuck this. The 30% number of the boost, that's all that's had the boost. The boost, and there's all sorts of stats that go back and forth between that. The fall will be the key to this. I don't think they can get away with. I don't know if they can get away with it. I don't know if they're going to be able to get away with this shit. If there is some type of coordinated thing to, suppress human freedom or whatever the fuck this is all about. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Maybe I was all wrong about that. Maybe I was wrong. I'm just going to acknowledge that possibility. That's all bullshit. All the conspiracy stuff and all that. But my whole problem is like, we're going to be doing this. Like, am I going to see Prague Power next year? Oh, you better had that original shot back in 2021. It's like, it's a little kind of late for that. I mean, a lot of places are still requiring the shot. Just that one, or the two, or the one. And it's like, by now, as opposed to it, I'm not going to give them any fucking ideas, but as opposed to the mandates I am, even that doesn't make any sense anymore, So I don't know. Maybe they'll have a new one that they'll be making trillions off of. I don't think people are going to take a fucking 5th, 6th shot. I don't think. And do I think people are going to be doing the? And to their credit, there are festivals. To Prague Power's credit, there are festivals. As much as I hate the policy, there are festivals that don't even have the testing option, which I am opposed to. I'm opposed to just living our life in ad infinitum, as far as like indefinitely having this shit. That's what I mean. Like 2030, you've better had the shot or you can't enter this go to this concert. Oh, the shot from all the way back in 2021, or the 500 boosters, or the shot that didn't work for that last strain that happened in 2023 or whatever by then, or monkeypox, It's like Quantum of Conscience said this. The last 20 years were about the terrorism narrative. Regardless if you believe in terrorism or not, I believe it's a real thing. I believe 9/11 happened, as I actually believe that it happened somewhat like they said. However, there are some weird anomalies that make me question that too. But the narrative is going to be about biomedical stuff in the next 20 years. Last 20 years is about terrorism. He said this in a video in April of 2020, actually, which is only available on BitChute, because he took it down, but someone put it back up on their own channel. So April predictions video or something like that it's called. So yeah, we're going to be going through all sorts of stuff, and the media is going to be paying special attention. Now, in a certain way, it's like Boy That Cried Wolf, though. Like, they're going to be talking about it so much when an actual Spanish flu comparable thing. This was not like that. I'm just saying, this was not at that level. You didn't have barrels of dead bodies, on every street corner and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was bad for many people. I'm not denying that. I know Alexander Todd thinks I don't care or something. He's fucking jerking off to his anime or whatever. But it's like So I don't know. It's like one of those things. I don't know how long places are going to have these policies. And I got really frustrated because there was a place There was a show, didn't even have the testing option. Not that I couldn't get in because I have that stupid card, but I don't want to go to places that do that. I'm a little more likely to go to a place that tests a little bit more. I did try to go to a show of a relative, but I almost threw a chair at the bartender because I was, long story, because I was mad. I'm not a violent person normally, but you know, being, I don't know, it's a long story. But yeah, actually, I think I already told it in a previous video. Oops, I already told the story. So yeah, I don't know the indefiniteness of this whole thing. It's just like, when do they declare it to be over? By the way they measure things, cases, deaths, is it ever going to be over? Because before, maybe they counted the flu, like, this is my theory, this is what scares me more than anything, like, that ticker is always going to be 200 to 300 forever a day, because people had all sorts of ailments that they went into the doctor, and if you tested them for influenza, they could have had, you know, had the virus in there, and they would have died, and they wouldn't have died from influenza. Are they going to do that about the CV forever? That's the question. Like, are they just going to, the 200 death ticker every day, so they'll never live some of this stuff, right? And too many people are making money off of it too. So I don't know. It's frustrating to live in this society like that. But yeah, I don't know. We're already going on 2 years of the rollout of the VAX, and that's like a weird reality too, because it's like, what are they just gonna be like, oh, you've had, like I said, the original 2021 one. By the way, it's coming up with a year anniversary of me taking this damn thing too. So, and it's brings me to another point that I'm going to make here, and I'm not going to say that I couldn't suffer from some type of case of this stuff, or the monkeypox even. I think that probably would be more likely for me, because I always get weird skin stuff. Like, for some reason, that's my bad thing. As I've already said to people, you know, it's like, oh, I'll get a marker, like at a show, like they actually wrote a mark, like they used to not use stamps at some shows I went to. They used a marker, it puffed up, not all the way there, but you know, it puffed up. I had like skin stuff happen, you know, just little things like that. I almost died from hair dye once, you know. I got a lot of weird skin stuff. So the monkeypox thing might be not so great for me, unfortunately, because I have all that stuff. But for some reason, the CV, knock on wood, and I've been going through this 2 years now, like early 2020, I had something, and I don't know what it was, but it might have been the CV. And since then, I've been like waiting for the other shoe to drop, you know. And I'd say another year, I'm probably immune, you know, from anything. I don't know what it is. I take a lot of supplements, you know, I take a lot of stuff, but I must be immune or something if I don't get sick within a year from now. I said this June, it's already almost June. Like, yeah, I'm not going to believe that I'm ever going to get it if it's by June 2022. But now I'm just like, yeah, a year from now, if I don't get one of these things, I'm never going to get the CV. Like, I'm just saying, within a year. So, I don't know, because I've been around a lot of people. I used to go to this coffee shop because I like to hang out there a lot. And I used to go like once a week, hang out, read for hours. Crowded coffee shop in a different area of the state because they weren't wearing masks. So it was partly a reason. I worked out at places I don't wear a mask at. I've been to many comedy shows, many band shows, crowded places, grocery store, hung out with people, done all sorts of stuff, and it's just not happening. It's like, what do I have to do to get this shit? Now, I have never been tested, neither for the virus itself or for the antibodies, so I don't know. I could have had it like 4 or 5 times by now, for all I fucking know. But it just bothers me that we're going to base our society around this even any more than we have. And not that there are mandates in place. I can go to bars, I can go to comedy shows, I can go to concerts. most of them, not all of them, if I won't want to do some of that stuff, as I said. And then people, this comedian last night, when I went to a comedy show last night, he's like, making fun of the Johnson & Johnson. It's like, fuck you, It's like, who are you? Then he kind of backtracked and kind of went to the other side a little bit. So it's like, oh my God, you didn't take 5 shots for this stuff. It's like, is that how we measure people's worth? Is by what they fucking inject in their body? It's like, just some of these questions, it still frustrates me. And now it's way less. It's way better than it was a year, or less than a year ago, 6 months ago. It's way better, right? Like I said, it's way better. But there's still a lot of caution I have to take, because I do not support this way of doing society. In my opinion, is not healthy. Like, it's not healthy to me to wear a mask while working out or doing martial arts. It's not healthy to me to have these mandates around for shows and stuff. It's personal responsibility. Maybe they should have waivers at the door. If you think you're gonna get the shit, and the deaths are going lower and lower as time goes on, because people are getting reinfected, and the antibodies and the T-cell immunity is building up. And I'm sure a year from now it'll probably be, maybe it'll be 100 or 200, like I said, because of the way they count stuff. But it's just gotten to be, and maybe they're counting that stuff less. I think they did change their criteria for that. But yeah, it bothers me, and I don't know. I said some really weird stuff to people about if this shit is still going on by June of 2022. But it is, but not on the level it was, I guess. I don't know. And then we got the monkeypox thing people are talking about. It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm not going to go through this again. I'm going to ignore that shit as much as possible. I don't fucking care what you say about this. I am so done with these people that want this perpetual biomedical authoritarian thing going on in our society. If you want that, go fuck yourself. Go wear your fucking 5th fucking mask and take your 5th shot. I saw a guy yesterday wearing like a full N95 goggles and gloves. I'm like, dude, there's mental health problems there. There's got to be. Unless you're the boy in the plastic bubble, John Travolta, an old reference, I know. Quantum of Conscience would probably make that reference, because he's like 52 or whatever. Like the boy in the plastic bubble. Hey, it's Matt. Here's my cats. Sorry. I just had to make fun of him. I'm going to be doing some really interesting stuff in the next couple months on this channel, by the way, and I'm really excited about it. I'm not going to give too much away, but hopefully it won't get too much pushback, but I don't give a shit. But anyways, my question to my audience here is, or anybody, when will this end? For one, if you're still wearing a mask, when are you going to stop wearing it? Are people ever going to stop wearing it? When are these places going to rescind these testing mandates or shot mandates? When? What's the threshold? What's the are they ever going to? Are they going to, and the $1 million question is, are they going to add other shit in there? If you haven't been tested for this virus that's like prominent this year, like a place I went to last night, they said, if you're sick, stay home. One and done, right? If you're sick, you're more likely to infect people, right? I mean, that was one thing that was really muddled with the communication with this virus, but that's what they say. No mandates. The weird thing about this club, though, is that they used to have the wear a mask between sips mandate, but they didn't enforce it, and nobody followed it, so it was a joke. But anyways, that's about all. Peace out.